Welcome to a frozen Jack Trice Stadium here in Ames, Iowa. Folks, it's barely over 20 degrees, but their Iowa State Cyclones are red hot. They're ranked 22nd in the country, and they're taking on the Baylor Bears. Iowa State comes in here with the longest win streak right now in the Big 12. They've won 4 straight. One more victory, they're bowl eligible. And if Matt Campbell's squad can win out, they could very well be playing in the Big 12 championship game.
As crazy as that sounds, that's true. They could win out, and West Virginia has to lose. So there is a possibility. You know, they were 1-3 to start the season, and like you said, 4 straight wins. How did they get here? Well, great quarterback play by a young freshman quarterback. They have one of the best running backs in the Big 12 as well. But really, to me, it's the big play ability on the outside with Hakeem Butler. He leads the country in yards per reception at 24 yards. Big, tall, 6'6" receiver. Mismatch problems for everybody in the secondary. And if it's double teamed or triple teamed, it doesn't matter. He's taking it, catching the ball, and running with it.
Now, been 6 years since the Cyclones have beaten the Bears here in Ames. Baylor, Iowa State. The kick is next. You know, FS1 college football is sponsored by Volkswagen. What a scene here at Jack Trice Stadium. Folks, it's 24 degrees, but with the wind, it feels like 11. This will be tied for the coldest game Baylor has ever played in. In fact, it's the coldest game they've ever played in on the road. Originally 29 degrees when they played Arkansas back in 1991, but this one ties for the coldest for Baylor. It was 24 degrees when they played Texas back in 2013, and it's the 7th coldest in history here at Jack Trice Stadium for the Iowa State Cyclones. Iowa State won the toss. They've opted to defer, so the Baylor Bears will get the football first. Chris Francis will kick things away, and back deep is the freshman Josh Fleeks and John Lovett for Baylor. And we are underway here at Ames. This is Josh Fleeks, and he's brought down at the 21-yard line. 16-yard return. Here comes Charlie Brewer. And that Baylor offense, look at it. Baylor Bear, oh, look at him. That's a football guy there. Matt Rule in his 2nd season at Baylor. Getting that program 1-11 last season, now 5-4, just a victory away from bowl eligibility. It is the first time that Baylor, though, has faced a ranked Iowa State squad. Jalen Hurd now in the backfield. He gets the carry, left side, and Hurd pounds his way, and he's close right there at the marker for a first down. In the backfield with Brewer. Brewer steps up, flushed, hit, and dropped. Mike Rose and Ray Lima making the stop for the Cyclones.
You're going to see the pressure come around here. This Iowa State defense is the best in the Big 12 for a variety of reasons, but most importantly, aggressiveness, run to the football, pressure, confusion, and coverage. They did all of that when they got to the quarterback, Brewer.
15-yard pickup for Hasty. He checks out. John Lovett checks in for the first time for the Bears. He's got the rock, and he got back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. He's met by a Cyclone. Braxton Lewis was the first to meet him. They pitch it out. Hasty gets the edge. Knocked out of bounds by DeAndre Payne. Talked about Matt Rule. He said we just have to be patient in this game, but we got to run the football. He says he wants to run for 200 yards, something that no one's really done against Iowa State in a couple of years. The fake over the middle, and that one's too hot. It was intended for Denzel Mims. He got a flag on the play.
Holding. Offense, number 87, 10-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Brewer looking under pressure. Swarm sack. Mike Rose led the charge. Iowa State came into this game with 22 sacks on the season.
Was Marcel Spears is going to be the one that pressures him. Here comes the blitz by the linebackers. And you'll see Spears is the reason why he has to step up. He saw all the red colors jerseys, and it was Spears on the right side that makes him step up. And Rose is the one that allowed him to get free, and then he gets benefited by it by getting the sack.
Oh. Cyclones third in the Big 12. When it comes to sacks, Brewer throws complete. And falls down is Josh Fleeks, the freshman. No gain. He's third in the Big 12 in punting. Drake Milton back deep. Angles that. What a punt. He puts that one out at about the goal. Oh, they say touchback. I thought they were. Cyclones getting their first offensive possession. Dean Blandino, our rules expert, tells us that punt went over the pylon, so it's a touchback. And here's Brock Purdy. First pass is complete to Deshaunte Jones. Jones, right side, first down and a whole lot more. Chris Miller with the tackle. We got a fumble.
And there's the official.
The official's pointing Iowa State. Take another look here, Ben.
Well, it's a clear fumble. You can see the right arm come in.
Riley Tejada reached in, knocked it out. Here's Brock Purdy. He was the Big 12 newcomer of the week. It's the third time already that he's had that honor. How about 12 touchdown passes? Just his fourth career start. It's a team record for a freshman. He's drilled by Verkedrick Vaughns. Lost the last in the Big 12 on third down. They convert just 36% of them. Butler at the top of your screen. He's looking there. Got it. First down. Iowa State. Derek Thomas with the coverage.
Well, it's man-to-man on the outside. They take their biggest corner and Derek Thomas and try to line him up on Butler. And it's just a fight at the line of scrimmage. And that's something Butler's going to win more often than not. 6'6", 225 pounds. This guy's a former basketball player. Concentrated more on basketball in high school than football. And you can see the athleticism.
10-yard pickup. There in Baylor territory. Here's Montgomery. Left side. Cuts back. He's across the 30, brought down at about the 29-yard line by Blake Lynch. A third and 13 for the Cyclones. Butler's at the bottom of your screen. Purdy steps up. He's going to keep it. 15. Runs out of bounds. That's a first down for Iowa State. Terrell Bernard forces him out of bounds.
Anytime you play man-to-man on the outside, you have to have eyes on the second level at least for quarterback run game. Everybody had their backs turned. He sees that. He recognized it, saw the green grass, took off, and picked up the first down.
19-yard pickup by Purdy. They line up in the pistol. Montgomery behind Purdy. Here's Montgomery. Right side, cuts back. Brought down at the 5, about a yard shy of a first down. Clay Johnson makes the stop. He was named. Purdy over the middle, throws, back in the end zone, touchdown, Deshaunte Jones. 32 straight games, he's had a catch. That's second in Iowa State school history.
It's a simple route on the inside. They had a couple guys there in coverage for Kedrick Vaughns. Just a little late on the recognition. Had to turn his back and really scramble to get to that area. And that's just enough space, as you can see, for Brock Purdy to put it in there.
Take another look. And the extra point is good. Cyclones strike first. Purdy to Jones. 7-0 our score here in Ames. First down and 10 for Baylor from their own 42. That one batted down at the line of scrimmage. Matt Leo Lilo stays 6'7", just his 4th year playing football. He's from Australia. Well, he's now 21 straight games with a catch. None came bigger than last week. You know, he was sick. He only had 1 catch, but it was the biggest catch of them all. Game-winning touchdown catch over Oklahoma State. This is Lovett, brought down by Marcel Spears Jr. That's the end of the first quarter. 7-0 our score. As Cy the Cardinal, they're up on the Baylor Bears.
Singled up on the top. Another one of big play receivers they like down here in the red zone.
And Hurd in the slot. Brewer looks up top. Mims. Just too hot for his outstretched hands.
And Mims just tries to weave his way inside. Brewer does a nice job of looking the safety off. He tries to come back to Mims. And the linebackers on the second level do a nice job of just closing off that window and forcing Brewer to throw that wide.
Here comes Connor Martin now. He'll be looking at a 31-yarder. He's really had an up-and-down season for him. You see 13 for 19 on the year so far out of Frisco, Texas. And this one hits the upright. It has been that kind of season for the Bears special teams. 7-0 remains the score as that one hits right off the upright. We'll be back. Last 4 games, Cyclones been averaging 36 points a game. They've won 4 straight conference games. Only the 8 times since 1928 the Cyclones have won 4 straight league games. They win today. First time in school history they've done that. Won 5 straight league games. And here's Montgomery. Left side. Montgomery. Big game. First down. He's run out of bounds. Not before David Montgomery picks up 21 yards, Ben.
Well, they start off at empty, and they come right back in. You'll see Buckner right there. That initial contact is enough for Montgomery to see some green grass on the left side. Cuts it all the way back. Tremendous job on the inside and on the outside of the offense.
Iowa State almost 50 yards rushing. Baylor are working with 52. Here's Montgomery. Swing pass to him. Right side. Pick up about 5. Clay Johnston with the stop. Purdy looks to the sideline for the play. The fake to Montgomery. Back up top is complete. To Butler. Breaks the tackle. Got a first down and pushed out of bounds. Jordan Williams making the stop for Baylor.
And that's the part of his game that I think is the toughest. Is not just, hey, we got to defend this guy making catches. It's after the catch. He's so big, so strong. He considers himself functionally strong. He's not overly big, but he's strong enough.
Here's Purdy under pressure. Keeps it. Pump fakes. Runs. And he's still loose. Has a first down. You talked about the pump fake. That thing is lethal. So the things Coach Rule said they worked on as a defense this week. He says he'll even pump fake. He'll be 5, 6, 7 yards past the line of scrimmage, and he still pump fakes and gets guys to jump. Here's the handoff. Montgomery inside. Clay Johnston makes the stop as the second may add up, especially with the cold here. Fake to Montgomery. Run pass option complete. With Charlie Kohler. That's the redshirt freshman out of Norman, Oklahoma.
Well, it's always so tough. When you see that ride right there, you see everybody on the second level just have to freeze, honor the run game, especially with Montgomery, and then you're able to slide your big 6'6", big targeted tight end right over the middle of the field.
1st and 10. From the Baylor 13. Purdy up top, complete. That's to Josh Johnson. Redshirt freshman out of Little Rock with the catch, and then you see the Cyclones going with tempo here. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 2.
Watch that same play.
Purdy, he's going to keep it. And Purdy scores. Iowa State. I tell you what, this drive and this offense is looking pretty good so far.
I love it, Larry. You're going to get blocks on the outside, and that's really all it is. You're just a few yards away from the end zone. You have the same setup. You hurry up. You keep the defense off guard. And then all you need is one or two key blocks on the outside, and that was way too easy for Purdy.
Second rushing touchdown for the freshman. Extra point is good. Iowa State, a couple of offensive possessions, a couple of touchdowns. They go 8 plays, 80 yards. 14-0 our score here in the second quarter. How about this kid here, though? Brock Purdy leads his team 80 yards, 8 plays. He went 4 for 4 on that drive. You know, he only has 1 incompletion so far. He's gone 9 of 10 for 104 with a touchdown.
And that 1 incompletion was just a scramble throwaway, just making good decisions, not only on that throw, but really throughout the whole ballgame.
Chris Francis kicking it away. This is Josh Flakes from his own 10. Across the 20. Brought down at about the 22-yard line for Baylor time. Baylor has been in the red zone. Keep in mind, they're 0 for 2. Missed the field goal in the first quarter. We got 5 minutes until the half here. 3 on the play clock. They snap it with 1 second. Brewer throws the fade and incomplete. He was heading to Denzel Mims. Brewer has complete to Hasty. He is just driven back at the 13 by Brian Peavy. Marcel Spears Jr. Brewer looking that way, throws, incomplete. Marcus Jones with the catch. To the line of scrimmage. Quarterback sneak. And that second effort looks like he breaks the play. Touchdown, Baylor.
Let's go back and look at the play that set up this touchdown run by Brewer. Now, here's the end of this catch. Is this a catch?
That ball looks like it was on the turf, huh?
I don't know.
Oof.
As the first review, the ball hit the ground. It's incomplete pass.
And Matt Rule sends out the field goal team. This is from 29 yards out. Connor Martin's already missed one. He's just 4 for 9 in his last 5 games. From 29 yards out. Snap a little high. The kick. No good.
And we'll take a look at some of these highlights from Brock. You see the accuracy, and you see the arm strength to get it out there. And look at the tight windows that he's throwing into. He trusts his receivers. He's mobile enough to make you pay, and he's accurate enough to be dangerous down the field. And you see just how effective he's been as a quarterback. 4-0 as a starter, and look at the huge difference in points and the yards per game and the per play yards at 6.5, getting the ball down the field.
That's the Purdy. He keeps it. He's got himself a first down for Iowa Cyclones. Purdy over the middle, and that's complete to the tight end Kohler. Let's get a quick game break in with Greg Wolf. Bears showed like they're going to bring some pressure.
There's Butler on the bottom.
Purdy. He's going to get it, keep it, slides. He's got a first down.
Hand up top.
Purdy's going to keep it. He's the leading rusher so far in the game. He slides. About a yard shy of a first down. Terrell Bernard. Purdy with the stop. No timeouts for Iowa State. Here's Montgomery. That should be enough for a first down.
They got to hurry.
Purdy. Keeps it hit. Clay Johnston. 20 seconds. Clock is running.
We got an injury.
Team Butler at the top of your screen. And they continue to convert on third down. That one's complete to Eaton.
Well, you see how Baylor tried to hold him up.
They'll clock it. So Tindally's 11 for 15 so far. He drills it. 17-0 the score. 5 seconds until the half. Hottest team in the Big 12, Iowa State. They've won 4 straight, looking to win 5 straight. They're on top of the Baylor Bears, 17-0 at the half. Third quarter, 17-0 the score. Second offensive possession of the second half here for Iowa State. This is Montgomery trying to get to that edge. He's forced out of bounds by Chris Miller and the gang, and knocked down and pushing and shoving, and here comes the flags.
Well, you can see, you can completely understand why Iowa State and their entire bench is upset. There's no reason why Chris Miller needed to ride Montgomery that far out of bounds and push him right into that beverage cart. You see the Baylor players reacting as well. You see Harrison Hand, 31 right there, yelling at the bench as well. He was one of those guys that was out here, no shirt on, excuse me, no shirt on, trying to take in the elements, show the other team how tough he was.
Personal foul, necessary roughness, late hit, defense number 3, 50-yard penalty, and a first down.
Well, just watch the end of this play as he rides him out of bounds. Everything's clean, everything's fine. You have to know at that point in time, just a few steps out of bounds, you have to let up. And he continues to drive Montgomery right into that cart. And you even saw the little extra shove there at the end. And there's the retaliation from the Iowa State bench.
So with the penalty, it's now 1st and 10 from the Baylor 38. Here's Montgomery again, cuts back. Chris Miller makes the stop, but Montgomery brought down at the 28, and you can see. There's another flag here. Montgomery now. Here's Montgomery. Pickup of a couple. Clay Johnston makes the stop for the Bears. And we got another fracas on the field.
It looks like Chris Miller again is right there in the mix for Baylor.
Oh, and you see there's a punch thrown.
More punches thrown.
Yeah.
Well, he'll be gone.
That's David Montgomery and Greg Roberts.
And Greg Roberts is one of the best players on the edge for Baylor. Well, I don't think I've ever seen a police officer on the field that quickly.
There's something that has to be said about this one. You know, Iowa State is one of the top 10 teams in the FBS for fewest penalties, while Baylor came in ranked 90th.
Here's the physical play.
Blake Lynch and Butler. Oh, he put his knee into him.
You see Harrison Hand come back over.
there's Roberts and Montgomery. And the crazy thing about this, and you see it in these football, they have helmets on. Why are you throwing punches at a guy who has on a helmet?
You know, it's instinctful. You know, it's like one of those things that you wanna go for the head. You're a body.
After the play, we have unsportsmanlike on both teams. Each player, even on the sideline, will get one unsportsmanlike that counts towards disqualification. Also, number 66 from Iowa State threw a punch and he is disqualified from the game.
That's a Josh Kniffel.
Number 52 from Baylor also threw a punch and he is disqualified from the game.
That's Greg Roberts.
Charles offset.
So Josh Kniffel, the offensive lineman for Iowa State. Greg Roberts from Baylor have been ejected. There's Kniffel there.
66 in red. He's trying to hold Roberts back. I don't see anything that indicates in that particular replay that he did anything wrong, but clearly we saw the punch, multiple punches being thrown by Greg Roberts.
And all of this for a 1-yard pickup.
Correction. The qualified player for Iowa State was number 32. 32 is disqualified.
So that's David Montgomery.
They remain in the game.
Yep, that was David Montgomery. So David Montgomery has been ejected. 11 carries, 53 yards. Montgomery is a guy who's on the verge of his second straight 1,000-yard rushing season. He came into the day with 712 yards rushing. And it's him and Roberts basically squared up with each other.
And he was ready to go. You see him start getting his fighting stance.
Yep.
And remember, they're gone from the second half of this game, the remainder of this game, and the first half of next week's game as well.
David Montgomery, you see him there. He's been ejected again, and they've got to bring back Josh Kniffel.
Here comes Kniffel.
So Kniffel gets brought back because originally they called him number out. That fires up the squad.
I'm sure there was a lot of confusion by him in the locker room. Like, what did I do?
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Why am I getting ejected? I was holding Greg Roberts back.
David Montgomery exits. Josh Kniffel back on the line, and we resume. 3rd and 13. Johnny Lane checks into the backfield. Here's Purdy, goes up top, and that's complete to Matthew Eaton, but a couple of yards shy of a first down. Harrison Hand with the coverage. Welcome back to Iowa State. Well, this third quarter turned into Saturday night fights.
Yeah, you'll see Montgomery gets thrown in. Blake Lynch gets the pin down to the ground by Hakeem Butler, and then we get Greg Roberts that throws a punch. He gets ejected. Montgomery gets ejected. And then Baylor makes a field goal after that.
Yeah, 2 ejections.
Iowa State makes a field goal, my bad.
2 ejections in the field goal, 20-0. And Fleets drops it. And he is smothered inside the 10 by Iowa State, Willie Harvey and the guys. So the Baylor Bears get on the board. 20-7's our score here in Ames. That's a good one. That's why that game's so important. You can see West Virginia and Oklahoma there at the top of the conference, and Iowa State right behind them. This is Lang, and Purdy keeps it. And he's brought down that midfield.
Got those guys fired up.
Here's Lang again, across midfield. Bumped out of bounds at the 46 by Clay Johnston.
And Lang
gets Sheldon Croney, Jr. That's checked in. They're fake to him. Purdy going up top. Looking for Eaton. He's got it. He reached out and snatched it. And the flag. Matthew Eaton reached out and grabbed that football. 38-yard pickup.
Defense, number 13. The tendency was declined. The result of play is a first down.
Well, not only was this just a fantastic throw, but watch the double move out here by Eaton. He sells it just enough. C. Tejada had to stop his feet, and then he put the ball only in a place where Eaton can go and get it. And Purdy takes a big shot as it delivers that football, but what a beautiful play. Nice execution for Iowa State.
First and goal now for the Cyclones from the Baylor 8. This is Lane. Lane, touchdown, Iowa State. His first touchdown for the freshman.
Well, it's been all about the pulling blockers. Here's Colin Newell. He's the center. He's going to come folding over and gets the key block, and that's all he needs to just cut right off his hips and get to the front corner of that end zone. Iowa State's offensive line has been a huge difference as of late. It's those guys like that, like Colin, the freshman center, making plays like that.
Matt Campbell wants to go for two. King Butler at the top of your screen. Watch Deshaunte Jones. He'll throw it. Touchdown. As they convert the two-point conversion, we saw that play in practice.
Yeah, we did. We saw them run that twice yesterday in practice. A couple different guys throwing the football. Iowa State with the huge answer. This crowd is riled up here in Ames. It is 28-7 Iowa State.
61 yards rushing. Right now it's Baylor Bears down 28-7 to Iowa State. Welcome back to Ames, Iowa. 28-7 our score. After 18 points were put on the board here in that third quarter. Iowa State have just been a force against those top 25 over the past couple of seasons. And you know, you go back to last year, knocked off number 3 Oklahoma, number 4 TCU. They beat Memphis in the Liberty Bowl. And Oklahoma State this year, West Virginia, they knocked them off in October as well. So this guy has done a great job with this program. And we were there last year when it all started against Oklahoma. In fact, in their weight room, they put up a sign about that game.
Yeah, there's a nice...
Mims is at the bottom of your screen. He had the touchdown catch. Here's Brewer. He looks up top. Throws. Caught. Touchdown. Pooh Strickland for Baylor. Baylor is 2 for 2 on fourth down here today. They're looking at 4th and 4. From the Iowa State 45-yard line. They go 5 wide. Brewer looks, throws, complete. Strickland. And he's still running. As he's finally brought down at about the 27-yard line by Braxton Lewis. Wide. Brewer under pressure by Lima. Takes off. He's got a first down.
Brewer, ball carrier.
You're going to see the pressure here up front by just a 4-man rush. And it's the athleticism of Brewer just to get out of trouble, and he sees a whole lot of green grass and runs just far enough close to a first down here for Baylor.
Threw a flag there at the very end of that play. Marcel Spears was the one who kind of lowered his shoulder as Brewer was head.
After the play, unsportsmanlike offense, number 12. That is second of the game. Number 12 is disqualified.
clearly he said something to the official that he did not like.
So it goes back to that fight we had.
Being just a fan of the game.
Number 12 is qualified.
So reiterating that Charlie Brewer's been disqualified. That means Jalen McClendon is going to have to come in.
I don't like that rule. This is critical moments of the game. I mean, obviously, just for the pure spirit of the game and the
Matt Campbell is going to go to 500. His coaching career here at Iowa State. Just his third season. He is now 17-17. His team has now won 5 straight. They've got the longest win streak right now in the Big 12. Hottest team in the conference is Matt Campbell and his